on CL. At least the one that I'm watching here. Actually, you know what? Oh, we have the small red inside candle here.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
But it did not hold. That's what my 15-minute chart looks like. So we know that we're coming into this demand zone right now. Let me turn off the zones here.
Double pump me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got me out, and then I guess we're gonna find out right here. That's annoying.
Mm-hmm. If it is a double pump. You know, call me crazy, but look at that. Does that not look like a third bounce off of a trend line?
It does.
I think it is. Were you able to get back long again?
No. I just didn't like the risk that I was going to have to take.
I only took 13 on it myself. I got in at 21.
Yeah, I thought about just doing it because, I mean, we were showing lots of green bars on the 1 minute, and God, I hate that double pump.
Yeah. Yeah. You, me both. So I got my T1 now, but I only put my stop down here at 13 ticks, so it wasn't too bad. And I want to take my next one at the retest of this level up here, so I guess I'll do 30, but it's close. And then we're going to do 100. Actually, we're going to do 105. That was a pretty big momentum candle, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Today my slogan is I'm not going to move my stop. I'm not going to move my stop. Just so you know, if you're looking at my screen, these are just little unfiltered single and double bar and golf type of things. So probably won't share it too much, but something that I'm playing around with. Alright. So, I've been watching the CL here. Coming up to the first 15 minutes of the market, so a lot of times something tends to happen there. And kind of see how the zones have been acting here on NQ. Gonna label my reversal points. Yesterday's close is always a good one. Globex high and low. Want to be looking at those areas. Gonna set this thing to show current zones only, just so it's a little bit more easy to see here. So bottom of the 60-minute right there. 15-minute zone is tops right up there. Kind of been bouncing off of that level.
Order filled.
And looks like we have, let's see here. Where is price at right now? Price is right there. So on my 15-minute charts, looks like I'm kind of in a demand area. It's been, this zone should soon turn blue if I can actually talk today. But it does looks like it kind of moved from this area down into this 15. Oh, this is not a 15. Holy cow. Down into the 15-minute zone. Here's the bigger time frame, 15-minute chart. So we've had new demand pop up in here. It's not giving us a lot of conviction though that it's gonna, like, I feel like this is reloaded in supply. And maybe we'll retest this zone down here that I have labeled here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the NQ. On CL, it's still going. I really like the trendline bounce here that it looks like it's done off the 15-minute chart.
Can you hear me, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk in here or put it on mute.
No, you most certainly can. You most certainly can. So it's good to have you
I
here,
did a
Pat.
trade on crude this morning, and actually, I went short very early before the big rally up to the 2-bar rally there. Exactly.
Mhm.
And I I had to let go. It went beyond my stop tolerance level. But then picked it back up. You know, when we went back down below the first. Exactly. I picked it back up down there and went short.
Mhm.
And ended up slightly positive on the day, and I thought I was lucky there. Because we have a huge engulfing bearish, 5-minute bar there. That's just
Mhm.
honestly just scared me off. So I did salvage the trade as far as the P&L goes, but I've been a little bit gun shy on crude since.
Yeah, I can understand why. But that was a real beautiful retest of that thing, you know, of
Yeah,
that
it
15
just came
minutes.
unexpectedly. I was watching volume. I was watching everything. It looked like
Mhm.
it's a normal shallow rally before the fall. And well, the fall did occur, obviously, but
Mhm.
and I think the violence of that furious down bar probably caused by the fact that a lot of people got, all the buyers got scared off with stops. All the sellers were, at the buy stops up there, including me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I totally understand. So I'm in a long position now. I'm doing this thing here on crude. So we got signals coming out of this demand zone. It's a bigger 60-minute time frame as well, which is kind of represented by this big rectangle here. And I see it as a trend line bounce, like what I consider a money bounce on the trend line. So I have T1. Now I'm looking for T2 and T3. See if I can get that. But we'll see. You know, could take a long time today. Actually, that was a real pretty entry too, off of that zone that just formed. You got small bars, kind of a big bar coming into it, and then small bar doji, and off you go. But I just want to get my T1. I take off 2/3 of my position at T1, then a third and a third. And stop is still down there. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy move.
I normally have a limited time to trade. I'm home today, so I'm good.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm always at home.
Yeah. So running on 12 cylinders today with all this range and everything.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I should have Appetime on here too. But that is totally like a 15-minute bounce right there as well. First 15 minutes of the day for some reason. Just tends to be something. Pat, maybe you know why that is. Any ideas?
Well, to say, on crude, I know a lot about the industry, but not the trading floors.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's Chicago, and these guys are New Yorkers. So.
Hmm.
I used to stay away from the New York markets for what we just saw this morning. You know, pretty wild price action actually.
Hmm. Yeah. Was that news related? I'm guessing it was.
Might have been, yeah.
Just because it was done like a pro. Like you had a huge buying wick off that 15-minute candle, and it just reload, and then boom, you know. Supply.
It's fixing to explode again here, I think. It's going to explode one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. There's Zappa time.
Yeah.
So here comes the open of the markets.
5-minute chart on the D-screwed. It looks like it's ready to pop in a big way. And the volume is still down all this time. Volume is down. So, I mean down is selling volume is what I mean.
Mm.
First
Well,
you need
we'll see.
you need high volume for the down move to continue. Typically, in a down move, it doesn't go down a low volume. You have to have high volume, high selling volume.
Mm-hmm. All I know is we're playing a range here for the last 15 minutes, so I'm just ready for it to break out one way or the other.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I need a little bit more conviction, though. Hey, John, tell me that you got the re-entry at in the first 15 minutes. No? No, John.
I have my hands full over here. Lots of noise.
Oh, gotcha. You can type too if you want to.
Alright, alright.
I don't really care. You know what would be nice is if, as traders, you could decide, like let's say price went way up there for you, you know, like, and the maximum that you got away from your target or from your entry was like 100 ticks. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just decide to like, oh sure, I'll just take the 100 ticks since price has been there since I've been in the trade, you know, or the 30 ticks since I've been in the trade. And now that it's retesting the entry, you know, it's just whatever amount that it's been maxed from your entry is what you get to claim on your trade log there. That would be a pretty cool world. I'd love to see that world, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. All right. So that was definitely a momentum bar. I wonder why that didn't signal as such. That was definitely a momentum bar there. Absolutely, Jose. The Epic claim 100 ticks, you know? No problem. Alright, we're at the open of the pit here. I'm going to draw my little chin line down. And we'll basically be opening right where yesterday's close was. Okay, so there's a trend line bounce. Shoot, I forgot I had TradeStation open. Let's see what this trend line does. We have supply just above that I want to be aware of. Real big wick, so that represents a lot of selling pressure to me.
Order filled.
It's about 8 ticks of stuff there. Or excuse me, 10. Because 3 points would be 12 ticks. I like the trendline bounce that's happening up here at the top, but the fact that these bars are so big, you know? Right. So here on crude, I'm thinking maybe this little zone here will get a nice little retest. Now, this is a 1 minute chart, so it's just SR coming in. Almost like an inverse of that trend line that I drew from the highs. Okay. So I just got T1 on a short, just because I felt like that was a nice little trendline deal. We'll see if we can get T2 and T3 now. I'm going to play 76 as yesterday's close as my second target, and then Globex low 86, or excuse me, 33, 68 as my third. Okay. Second target's done. Still waiting for my second target in crude, as it has decided to not do anything. Okay, so I consider that a gap fill and a gap closer right there. Okay, so we just exceeded the trend line as well as this little resistance zone here on the 1 minute on NQ. Still staying strong though with my stop. I only have a 2-point stop on my deal here.
Order filled.
Alright, well, so much for T3. Reloading into the Globex high. Let's see what happens up here. Came in there with a lot of force, that's for sure. One tick away from my T2 on CL. So it's it's looking pretty good. Let's see if this thing actually gets hit. Now, I know that I'm going to be finding resistance up here. I know that there's going to be something here. There's a real big bar up into that. I kind of, for a price action type of play, when you have that red candle come right next to a big, like this is an insight candle, right guys? So part of me wants to say as soon as it exceeds the low there, put your target, close to the open of that green candle and gives you price action entry, but that candle is just so big, like it's just, wow, But, yeah. So, to me, I don't have rule sets really for doing this, obviously, but it's just something that I've been thinking about. Don't ask me how often it works or anything like that, but I feel like it works quite a bit. But I could totally be wrong. I haven't really taken any measurements or anything. It feels to me like it one-ticked my target on CL here. So I'm going to be locking in just below this little doji right here. Well, I still want to give it room to breathe, you know, but and it did make a new high, which is good. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It worked out. What do you know? I mean, I know I'm watching this area, but sometimes getting into this position is a whole lot harder than than uh, than what you may think. You know. So, in my mind, this is just a simple failure to break the high, and we come back down. I would take out the trend line now. The only reason why it may still be valid is you may get like a reversal somewhere in here and then another push to the upside. Right, so just so everybody knows, these little markers here on my chart represent areas of reversal that I'm looking at. So Globex high was one of them, maybe like this 60-minute level. I'm looking at that for some reason, not sure. Well, I'm going to take that off because I'm not 100% sure why I'm... Oh, actually I guess this diamond can kind of go up there with the 60-minute level in general. And these are the areas in general that I'm looking for, like reversal plays, you know. Obviously the yesterday's close is always a good level to be looking at, because that's when you have your gap fill, and then the Globex low level, you know. So again, all these areas should be taken as, or all these little diamonds here should be taken as areas. And these are just my reversal areas, you know, so I want to be aware of the reversal at these main points. But yeah. Well, it looks like that Globex level was really nicely done there. And I'm not on that train. There's the Globex low area. Oh, And I just got stopped out of CO. Missed my target by 1 tick.
On the S&P, I've got a 64.50 target on my trade, so it's going to catch up, I guess. Seems like the Nasdaq is leading today.
Mm-hmm. The Nasdaq leads a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the target.
Yeah. I really liked this level up here. I really did. And obviously I was looking for any type of entry to get into it, as I mentioned earlier, but sometimes it's just not there, you know, because my entry didn't follow. My thoughts were there, but entry didn't present itself. And yeah, that's all there is to that one. I'm really looking for this single bar, double bar engulf, kind of like earlier. So as soon as this thing engulfs, like I was feeling that like trend line may hold there, and obviously we got a T1 and a T2 off of it, but I'm just looking for that single bar engulf pattern like that. And I don't know that it's really an engulf, but I say it's an engulf. It's actually just a new low off of a green candle that retests one of my areas. So that's what I'm looking for. You know what? I think it's going to happen again. So right there, highs exceeded, first target right up there. If it does this, that would just be really funny. I'm trying to use a 1-minute chart for my entries just because I already know what I'm looking for. I just trying to get my stops a little smaller, you know? I need some new rules. No, I'm just joking around there. It's just funny how the market acts. Sometimes you can, it feels like you can just feel it, you know? But, anyway. Let me draw this up to 3 points and, hit that little button there. Okay, so it looks like it's, obviously this zone's been hit a lot, so we've finally broken through it, and, holy cow. Why do I have a, oh. So apparently I have a daily zone on here. That's funny. I was talking to someone yesterday and changed my charts around here, so apparently I have a daily zone. We are in a daily supply zone. Go figure, you know. These bars look like we're getting some good buying on the wicks of these things. The past couple bars here. It comes in a new support zone on our 1 minute.
Still waiting for the S&P to catch up.
Oh, is that what it's doing?
I still have that first target at 64.50. Still waiting.
I actually have the ES on here.
But I did move my buy stop to 68.75 to protect some of these profits.
Okay, getting a lot of inside bars here, so don't. I mean, we could still continue down quite a bit, you know.
Yeah, my exit will be either the first target or low selling volume on the down move. So when the volume peters out, I'll probably close out the trade.
Yeah. Wow. So we just made a new high today, huh?
Crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
There it goes down to the downside. Well, that's totally acceptable too, you know?
I'm pushing the market down.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like you have some supporters there, some cheerleaders there. To be honest with you, I want to see the S&P continue to go down there. Like that's it still feels like it has a little ways before it's gonna get into a good area of support. Of course, if it stays above this big red, I gotta make sure that this is right, because that just doesn't seem.
Yeah, I got the same bar. I got 3 different data feeds. They all show the same thing.
Damn. That's all I have to say. That's one big bar.
I closed out of one in my position. The volume starting to decrease.
We're coming up to the 7 o'clock hour, or we're at the 7 o'clock hour, I should say. Which I like to watch the, it's really amazing, especially on the S&P. Like, how crazy is that, you know? Like, it's 7, or 9:45, or whatever it is, East Coast time, and boom, we get like this nice little reaction out of the market. And it just does a little retrace, and continues on in its merry old way. Okay, so to me this represents some buying volume going on here, or buying pressure going on, but it's really not at a key level that I am aware of. Oh, maybe it is. Looking at that dead zone right there, you got a flip-flop of SR if it does stop here and reverses back up.
I put my other stop at the top of the big red candle body. Just just a little bit above where you are here.
Oh,
No, down,
gotcha.
right down there, right there.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the body. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. I covered one though, so just have one left.
Yeah. Let me see what the good old Nasdaq's doing here. Oh, it looked like it retested this high. Failure to break. Let's go see what's down below. With a nice little doji right there. We do have, well, we've already gone through that demand zone there, so let me see where the next one is here. That's where the next one is. I'm going to flip this chart here. On CL, I feel like we're hitting a little bit of support, just FYI, from the zone. As previously there, obviously you can see the buying pressure that kicked in, and this may be a temporary thing. It is the kind of the inverse of the trend line, surprisingly enough. Now, if it shoots out of here, I won't be surprised, just because that was really close to that trend line. And a lot of times the reversal of the trend line tends to hold stuff. So we may get a retest of this zone up there. or at least a little bit higher in this. There's possibly some things here. Maybe the top of this zone, because this right now we're in a real big 60-minute level. So I wouldn't be surprised to get something a little bit higher here. Oh, and there's the little dot, the little momentum dot. That's kind of cool.
I'm going to wait for 6250 on that one contract I got left. Since I didn't wait for that 6450 target, I'm going to wait for the next one.
There's no reason not to. I mean, obviously we have a little bit of a previous old resistance becoming support right around in this level. And you also have time of day too. 7 o'clock being a typical turning time, but it feels like it lost all of its momentum out of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we tick below it. There it goes. I'm really looking for this whole consolidation area, like right in here. Like I change the zone just a little bit and drag it up here, just because I feel like it's this big. You can kind of hopefully feel like retest of the low here. A lot of candle closes right around in this area here, and opens and highs that go along just about that area. So it's kind of where I feel like the zone really is down here. So it's about a, I don't know, 2-point zone or something. No, not even. Okay, if we can beat this low here, that's kind of interesting. There it goes. Now it's coming into real support here. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, NQ's also coming down into the 60-minute level. Let me show my active zones so we can get a kind of a good feel of what's going on there. There's a lot of aqua 1-minute zones in here, so I'm just going to wait and see. But I do love taking reversal trades out of 60-minute levels.
Well, I got my target.
Nice. That was it right there, huh?
I'd have been disciplined. I would still have one contract, but I traded out of the first one prematurely. So.
Mm. That's the way it goes. I love to scalp my first target, just personally speaking. Alright, now I just exceeded the low of the 60-minute level, no signal. Maybe we'll get a retest back into this 60-minute level here. But as of right now, it's really trying to do a good correction here. And well, you guys were there as I I really wanted to short up there, but it just didn't happen. That's the way it goes, I guess, right? Alright, so CL has done pretty much exactly what I thought it would do. We did get that trendline bounce. Good buying pressure off of that hammer candle, and now we're testing the top of this like bigger 60-minute zone. We just exceeded the high of this big red candle here. We got some, I'm calling this, what's that? I don't know. I'm not sure what to call it. But Pat talking to you yesterday inspired me in some ways. So I made this little thing that just does a little range deal. And so like whenever I get a candle that's, bigger than the preceding candle by 2 times or more, just plots it on there, and I don't know, I just thought I'd like watch it a little bit, see what I see. Maybe you've been watching it a little bit longer than I have, so I don't even have any idea if it's anything close to what you're doing, but I just thought it was an interesting idea. So it's definitely that, just watching a little bit of momentum. You have any thoughts?
Gabriel, you were talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't. I'm sorry. Is that?
It's so after our little talk yesterday, I felt inspired, and so looking at your thing, and then I was like, I wonder what happens there. So I thought of this, and I'm sure this is probably nothing like what you're doing, but I just thought I would measure like the momentum of the current bar versus the preceding bar to see if it was 2 times greater than the preceding bar. And I don't know, like obviously you see a lot of my little entry signals going on in here, but when you see like a momentum push that's plotted like after the fact, like hey, this bar was actually pretty good momentum compared to the previous bar, like that's actually kind of cool. It's not
the best signal on these sell-offs like that is when you get a higher close or a green candle on negative volume. If you just take up ticks minus down ticks, and that comes out to a negative figure, that's a powerful signal. It's giving you a higher close on selling volume.
I I didn't look at volume at all. I just looked at the range of
And
the bar.
those are the ones where the entries are gold, because then the market moves in your favor right away.
Huh.
If that makes any
Interesting.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have any indicator that really looks at volume that close, other than the little APA volume, which actually APA volume is kind of cool. Let me
That
share that
ticks
with
minus down ticks.
you. Huh.
You know,
Let's see if I
it's a
can.
negative on the higher close, then it means a lot for the momentum to continue on the downside on the next few bars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have anything that complex. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that at all. Here's APA volume. I'm loading it up right now.
It's interesting, that big up bar we had, we just went right through there without even a second thought. Went through the low.
Mm-hmm.
It did take a breather at that congested area there, and then near the lows, and then now it's pushing on down.
Thought it was time for a correction, or at least a retracement of some sort.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm sad that I'm not a part of it.
Not either now.
Well, technically I've had two good trades today. Very small winners, but first target on my CL long, and 1 and 2 on my NQ short, so that's been good. Why is this thing taking so long? Come on now. Maybe if I treat it like a horse, it'll giddy up and go.
We got natural gas storage data in about 10 minutes. I don't know if it's going to affect crude oil or not.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed that much. Every once in a while it does, but we'll see.
I got a show me coded trade station for what I described earlier.
Oh,
Higher
yeah?
close on selling volume.
That's cool. I want to see your ES chart. Yeah, it stuttered there just a little bit. Not very much at all. uh, this is the reason why I actually like to do my MTFs here on this chart too, because of that extra drop base drop functionality. So let's take these off. But that's the cool thing about the APA MTF is it plots in these, like I'm pulling all these zones off of a 1200 tick, but it shows you what a great reload of that zone was at 645. Now it's just coming down. So just FYI with APA volume, it only shows you when volume off of a multiple time frame has exceeded a level. I'm being beckoned by a little one, so I'll be back here shortly.